Joining me is someone who's actually had a good 2020, and congratulations, Jim. I mean, a brilliant year. Has this been your best year so far of your career, would you say?
Yeah, it probably has. I thought 2017 was very good. I had 4 Group 1 winners that year. But no, we've just been a lot of sort of nice winners along the way, Ascot and Goodwood and obviously York. So, yeah, it's been a great year so far.
Can you pick a highlight?
I'd say probably riding a treble on the first day of Royal Ascot, just 6 winners that week was a great week.
And of course, a kind of mixture of emerging stars and old boys. I mean, Battaash once again has just been brilliant, hasn't he? He seems as good as ever from what we can see.
Yeah, he's been marvellous. Obviously, he didn't have a prep race this year, so he went straight to the King's Stand, and that was the most important race for him to win this year. Obviously, he's been run up twice to Blue Point, so it was lovely to make it third time lucky, and then for him to come back and then obviously win at Goodwood 4 years on the trot takes a bit of doing, and to win the Nunthorpe again. So I was so pleased with how he won the Nunthorpe, because normally he wins his races at halfway, whereas this year he had to sort of work for it, and it was nice to see him do that as well.
And is it all systems go for France with him?
Yeah, obviously all systems go. I just hope the ground isn't too testing. Last year it was run on heavy ground, and he's such a fast horse, and he'd go on good to soft, but heavy just is too much for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking ahead to sort of future big rides, obviously this weekend Minsao lines up in the middle park. It could be a really good race, but he looks pretty special so far.
Yeah, he was very good in the Jim Crack. He's an absolute dude of a horse. He's so laid back. I've never seen a 2-year-old just laid back like him. He doesn't even turn a hair in his work or the races. It's just so easy for him. So he's a very exciting horse. We're looking forward to it. It looks like it's going to be a very good race, as you would expect for a Group 1. But we're very happy with him and looking forward to it.
Any concerns about the track for him at Newmarket?
Well, obviously, it's undulating. We don't know. He's ran at 2 very level tracks now. But I would say, hopefully, his class. I think with Newmarket, if you're travelling, you'll handle the undulations. It's when you're not travelling and you're under pressure, that's when you get unbalanced. So hopefully, if he runs like he did at York, he should be travelling very well.
And how do you rank him against Alkamete? Because they both look so exciting.
Yeah, both very exciting. I think the Mill Reef is probably a stronger race than the Jim Crack. But even so, I've been impressed with both of them. Very different types of horses. Minsao is very laid back. Alkamete is the opposite. He's, if you coughed, he'd probably take off. So they're very different types of horses. So I'm sure they'll meet at some point.
Yeah, a nice problem to have for His Highness Sheikh Hamdan. And just looking back at last weekend again, nice to see Larkam back on track. He looked pretty good there.
Yes, he was. Obviously, it hasn't really happened for him at times, and he ran so well in the Juddmonte International. I felt probably I learned something from him the other day. Although he won making the running, I'm not sure he enjoys it sometimes. I think he's got a bit wise, and when the other horse came to him in the race and headed him, he went again. So look, I'm not sure what the plan is with him, where he goes next, whether he'd go to Ascot or there's something else for him, I don't know. But it was important for him to get his head in front with that pedigree, because I'm sure he could do a styling job somewhere.
And do you think he's good enough to win a Group 1? I mean, as you say, he's just been a bit unlucky, hasn't he?
Well, off his York run, you would say definitely in the Juddmonte International. We had a good position, and unfortunately they stayed on the far rail, and he got out pace and then stayed on again. But yeah, I think he's definitely good enough to win a Group 1 without a doubt.
And just before I let you go, we were discussing earlier, Sheikh Hamdan's in the lead for being champion owner. It'd be great if he could win it again, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be lovely. I mean, we've had such a marvellous season this year. Obviously there's still some big meetings left with Newmarket and obviously Champions Day at Ascot. So there's some plenty of prize money left to go. So, but it would be nice. We've had a really good team of horses this year, and lots of strength and depth with older horses, younger horses, and so it's all come together this year. So hopefully we can make Sheikh Hamdan champion owner.
And it's not really a year for looking too far ahead, but all being well, when will we expect to see you back here in Dubai?
Well, I'm not quite sure. Probably the same as usual. Not till after Christmas, around January time. You know, that's when I've been coming in previous years. So, yeah, hopefully that'll be the plan.